Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 2. And first of all, congrats on completing week 1. It was a lot of work, I know. But week 1 of a course always is. There's so much to do and learn as you get started in any course, and especially in one in which you're trying to learn a language, learn a computer program, and develop new skills in exegesis and spiritual formation in ways that'll be vocationally useful to you in ministry. Now, as you begin week 2, you'll be moving through the same kind of daily and weekly rhythms that we move through in week 1. As you continue to learn from me and from other New Testament scholars and from each other, and most important of all, from God's Spirit, who wants to be at work in your mind, your heart, and your soul in this course. So again, a word about the daily schedule. I hope it's one that you have been able to begin to enjoy and that you'll be able to continue to practice in week 2. Of course, you can always modify it in any way that you want to, as long as you're able to do most of the work for the week. What my weekly schedule asks of you is 1/2 hour in the morning to read the text in various ways and place it in your mind so that God's Spirit can interact with you as you walk through the day. 2 hours for exegetical study of the text that you can do anytime during the day or the early evening. And then last of all, a half an hour in the evening before you rest to let God's Spirit lead you back again through the text and through your day in ministry and examine or through imaginative listening. Following this daily rhythm lets your mind, your heart, and your soul engage the text for the first days of the week in a way that can enrich your ministry no matter what it is, and keep your focus on what God can do to you personally, but also through you, missionally and professionally. Our discussion last week was meant to help us learn from each other how God might want us to imagine how that could happen. And this week we'll have the opportunity to learn and interact with each other as we reply and are in conversation with each other online about the posts that we made in week 1. And it's out of those conversations with colleagues that come creative impulses that can help us discover better how God wants to use us in our ministries as part of God's mission in our world. Studying the text in Greek enhances and deepens this process in every way. Learning Greek will enhance your reading of the text, your ability to attend to the pieces of the text, and allow God's Spirit to speak through them to you. You've only barely begun to imagine how that could happen. But this week in week 2, as we practice our daily and weekly rhythm, I suspect you'll be able to imagine a little bit more as you read John chapter 2, verses 1 through 11 in English, as you learn some more Greek, as you listen to the text read and then analyzed in Greek by Rob Plummer and analyzed and commented on by Ed Klink and Lydia Novakic. You'll be hearing more from me this week as well as I take time to lead you through a series of videos and help you see how I've learned to understand the relationship between John and the Synoptics, and in particular, how the sign stories play such an important part in the Gospel of John. I'll be sharing a way of interpreting the story in John 2, 1 through 11, the sign story there. I'll be sharing a way of interpreting that story with you that's useful not only for that sign story, but for the other sign stories in John as well. It's going to be a good week. So take a look at our course objectives, then let's get started.